My name is Edward Deats, and I was the chief hospital corpsman, E7 on the Nimitz. You know, I'm about 6'1". I used to be about 6'2". There was another guy in my teams. I got signed to my teams in Robinson, and he was 6'5", and he was a Christian Science monitor. So I had a lot of problem getting him to take his medications, and everything. And he said, "Doc, I can't do that." So we had to go down to see his pastor and get dispensation. And his name was Van Busick and Dan. And one of the funny things is that I always tried to walk behind him on patrol. And he was bigger than me. I'll give you a little lead in later on about that. But our radioman was named Poppenhouse, and he was about 5'7", 5'8", maybe. And we were out on patrol one day, and we were crossing a river. And Van was in the front, Poppenhouse was in between, and then there was me. And we're crossing the river, and I heard something, so I looked off to the left. Didn't see anything. I looked back, and all I saw was Van. And I looked down, and I saw bubbles coming up. And I go, Dan. So he's around, he says, "What, Doc?" I said, "Poppenhouse is gone." So we put our rifles up in the air, and we're reaching down in the river trying to find him. We finally got him, and we picked him up. And of course, he comes up spitting water. Well, you know, he carrying all that gear, and he stepped in a hole, and he couldn't get back up. So we got him up, and we got him to the bank, the other end of the river, the embankment, and we had to physically pick him up and throw him up onto the bank because, you know, he was still shocked, you know, weirded out. And so that is a funny issue. Many years later, I got together with my brothers in Vegas and was talking to Van. He came, and he's suffering really bad from PTSD. And you know, a Navy corpsman with the Marines is special. So he was telling me things and stuff, and I was just listening and working him through things. And I would tell him things that happened, mostly the good things, just trying to soothe his memory. And he said, "Doc, I don't remember that." So we walked through that. And I said, "Van, did you ever stop and think why I always tried to walk behind you during patrols?" And he said, "No, not really." And then he got quiet. And I could see the wheels turning, you know. And he looked at me. And he said, "You son of a bitch." Excuse my French. He finally dawned on him that I was using him as my shield, you know? Because if we're going to hit an ambush, it's going to come from the front, and he's in front of me. And he laughed, and it kind of broke something in him, you know? And to this day, he tells me that time with him was curing. And we're all brothers, you know. The Marines consider me their brother, you know. And we meet every year. We go to Vegas, and we meet the 8th through the 12th, with the 12th, 8th through the 12th, with the 10th being the Marine Corps birthday. Yeah, we celebrate that every year. So that's my good experience.